Okay, if you're a Mac user who deals with network storage, you know exactly the frustration I'm about to talk about. Today, we're going to dive into this small but kind of mighty app that's like a lifeguard for your network drives. It's called Volume Manager, and it's built to solve one of the most annoying, persistent problems on macOS.
You know that feeling, right? You flip open your MacBook, you're ready to jump back into a project, maybe stream something from your media server, or just check on a backup. And you look in the Finder and nothing. Your network drives? They've just vanished into thin air. I mean, that's a moment that can send this little jolt of panic through you, right? It just completely shatters your workflow. Now you've got to manually reconnect, re-authenticate, try to find your place all over again. It's this tiny recurring nightmare for pretty much anyone with a home server, a NAS, or even an office network. And look, this isn't just some random glitch. It is a well-known issue, especially after your Mac wakes up from a deep sleep. But the good news, there is a dedicated solution out there designed specifically to end this frustration for good. So let's meet Volume Manager. This is an app with one beautiful purpose: to organize, automate, and, this is the most important part, monitor your network drives. It's designed to just work quietly in the background, making sure those connections are always there right when you need them. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to what this one user, Zergjan, said. They said Volume Manager, quote, corrects the dreadful SMB implementation on macOS. Wow, that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? This isn't just about convenience. It's about fixing what a lot of people feel is a core weakness. So when your Mac drops that connection after sleeping, this app is right there to pick it back up. Perfect. So you might be wondering, how does it actually pull off this little bit of magic? Well, it all comes down to its main feature, this active, really intelligent monitoring system that, acts just like a lifeguard for your connections. This key feature is called mount monitoring, and you can really just think of it as a relentless watchdog for your network shares. It doesn't just mount them one time and then walk away. No, it's constantly on patrol, making sure that connection is stable and ready for you whenever you are. And how it works is incredibly simple. The app literally keeps a constant eye on your drives. So if a server goes offline or your Mac disconnects for whatever reason, it just waits patiently. And the moment it's available again, bam, it remounts the share. This is the perfect fix for that dreaded deep sleep issue we've been talking about. And the best part of all, you turn on all this power with just a single checkbox. That's it.
But that set it and forget it idea goes even further than just monitoring. The app actually has a few other clever automation tricks up its sleeve to make your life even easier.
For example, you can schedule your mounts to just appear automatically at, let's say, 8 a.m. on weekdays, right when you're starting your work. Or if your server has a habit of taking little naps, there's a Wake on Land feature that can send a little signal to nudge it awake before mounting, and even the setup is easier. It has Bonjour Discovery, which helps you find and add local servers without having to hunt down IP addresses. And here's another great real-world example. If you're one of the many people running a media server like Plex, this app is an absolute game changer. Think about it. A disconnected media drive means your whole library is offline. Another user, Torchib, calls it rock solid for exactly this reason. It just makes sure your movies and your shows are always there, ready to go. Okay, now before you run off and look for that download button, hold on. There is one really, really crucial thing you need to know. There are two different versions of Volume Manager out there, and the one you pick is going to have a big impact on how it actually works for you. And honestly, this is the one detail that can cause some real confusion, so it's definitely worth paying close attention here. The app is available from two different places, and they are not the same. All right, so here's the deal. The version you download directly from the developer, a company called Plum Amazing, that one behaves exactly how you'd expect. It mounts your drives in the standard /volumes/directory. Easy. The Mac App Store version, on the other hand, is sandboxed. Now, because of Apple's rules, it's forced to mount drives inside this weird restricted container, which can really complicate things and mess with how other apps access your files. So, for the easiest, most seamless experience, even the developer says you should get it directly from their website. That's the one you probably want. Okay, so now that you know which version to grab, let's just take a quick look at how incredibly simple this thing is to get up and running. This is not some super complex server tool, believe me. It is designed to be easy. Seriously, it's just 3 steps. First, you're going to click the little plus button and pop in your server's IP address or its hostname. Second, you add the name of the shared volume, your username, and your password. And then for the grand finale, you check that all-important monitor and remount box. That's the magic button. and that's it. You're done. Seriously, from that moment on, Volume Manager just takes over. It stands guard over your connections, so you never ever have to think about them again. The problem is just solved.
So, look, if you have ever been frustrated by those disappearing network shares on your Mac, now you know there's a simple, powerful, and totally dedicated solution. The only question left is, are you ready to finally have rock-solid network drives?